Welcome, everybody, to Artful Prayer at First Congregational United Church of Christ in wonderful, warm Sarasota, Florida. I'm Cindy Woodling. I'm a member of First Congregational United Church of Christ of Sarasota, and we're in our Oasis Center and on Zoom as well today. We are recording this session, but we will have conversation afterwards. So if you want to join us on one of these sessions, know we have a lot of fun after the recording stops. Make sure to come in person if you can. Reminder also to tune in next month. We're meeting on the second Thursdays at 2 p.m. And next month it's going to be Lindsay Huddleston. We're going to be talking on gratitude. She has all sorts of things going on in her brain, unless some other inspiration drops in between now and then, but come and see what that's all about. Today's session's being led by Donna Papenhausen, Reverend Donna Papenhausen. If you've watched these before on YouTube, and it will be on YouTube after the event today, you know that Donna's a retired minister, but also certified in art and healing, and is a beautiful artist in her own right. But she really gets to the spirit of the art, which is what we're trying to do. You will need a piece of paper. You will need either markers, colored pencils, watercolors, whatever inspires you for this session. And I'm going to let Donna introduce herself a little more if she wishes and get us started.
Thanks, Cindy. It's good to be with everybody today. I am coming to you from Gainesville, Georgia, which is on the northern end of Lake Lanier, if anybody wants to check that out on a map. It's lovely mountain foothills up here. I'm sorry I'm not with you in sunny, humid Florida today. It's much cooler here. In any event, today I've been looking forward to doing this for a while. As a matter of fact, ever since Wes did his sermon series on the Psalms, I thought, what a perfect tie-in. Little did I know that Psalms wasn't going to go on forever, and he'd be on to something else by now. So let this serve as a reminder. I won't say a recap, because I think this approach is a little different than what Wes was doing, but it will help you perhaps bring to mind your feelings about God, which is what the Psalms and the psalmist did. He, she, they went about expressing all of their series of emotions about and to God. It's called the songbook of the church and the synagogues, but I think it could also be called the prayer book, because very much like prayer, there are psalms of adoration, psalms of contrition, psalms of petition and supplication, psalms of thanksgiving, all sorts of feelings being expressed, sometimes multiple, mostly multiple, in a single psalm. Psalms didn't end with those that are listed in the Bible. As a matter of fact, we can write our own psalm. And I'm going to suggest that we take a page from the book of Psalms, so to speak, and write a specific type of psalm that you may not know about. And that is an acrostic psalm. There's a lot of humor and wordplay and word games in the Bible, but it's somehow lost in the translations from there to here. We wouldn't know that there were acrostic psalms because it doesn't work in English. It probably didn't work in Greek, but it did work in Hebrew. So if you don't understand what I mean by an acrostic, what we'll do is we'll take a feeling or a word, such as, say, love. You could choose devotion, compassion, anger, any word. And we're going to write it down the page, L-O-V-E, so that when we go to write our psalm, Each letter will form the first letter of a line. So L for love, L, that could begin, let all voices sing your praise. O, only you, O God. Continue. V, verily, I say unto you, or victoriously. So, and then E, of course, everyone sings your praises. I did one a while ago that, silly me, I chose the word adoration. It had a lot. I don't know if you can see. Oh, there it is. There's my ADORATION right down the page. Now, of course, this was after I had done it on scratch paper. I recopied it on the page. And then after we do that, part 2 is illustrating it. And I did my illustrations very quickly, just splotches of color, not trying to get a lot of detail, but to kind of create a feeling in the colors and the simple shapes that I used. And that's what we're going to do today. For the first part of the rest of our time, which is about, 30 minutes, 35 minutes of work time. So for about 15 minutes, you're going to work on your acrostic. And then for the second 15 minutes, work on your illustration. I know for some of you, this will take more than a half an hour, and that's okay. You can continue the work after. What may help you is not to spend a lot of time in thought. If we can disengage our thinking mind from our emotive mind, so to speak, the work will come through more truly your feelings. If we think about it, we tend to censor. And the idea of the exercise is for you to come into that place of prayer where only you and the divine exist. So with that, I will allow you to go ahead and begin your acrostic work.
And I am going to stop the recording. If you're doing this at home, just take your time.